Hello everyone, welcome back to the Change Dude podcast, where we delve into the ideas, tools, and mindsets that empower tech professionals to thrive in today's dynamic world. I'm your host Saeed Rafi, and today we are exploring a topic that's often overlooked in engineering realm, but it's crucial for both personal and professional success. It's called emotional intelligence. In this episode, we will unpack the concept of emotional intelligence, discuss its significance in the engineering field, and provide practical strategies to develop and enhance this vital skill set. Emotional intelligence, often abbreviated as EQ or EI, refers to the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and utilize emotions effectively in ourselves and in our interactions with others. It's a multifaceted construct that encompasses several key components. Top of that list is self-awareness, the capacity to be conscious of your own emotions and how they influence your thoughts and actions. Second, self-regulation, the ability to control or redirect disruptive emotions and impulses, enabling thoughtful responses to situations. Number 3 is motivation, an intrinsic drive to pursue goals with energy and persistence, often going beyond external rewards. Number 4 is empathy, the skill of understanding and sharing the feelings of others, fostering strong interpersonal connections. And number 5 are social skills, proficiency in managing relationships, including effective communication, conflict resolution, and leadership abilities. Let's also talk about the historical context and evolution of the term emotional intelligence. This term emotional intelligence gained prominence in the 1990s, largely due to psychologist Daniel Goleman's influential work. Goleman's research highlighted that EQ could be as important, if not more so, than traditional cognitive intelligence or IQ in determining success in various life domains. Over the past few decades, the concept has been extensively studied and applied across multiple fields including business, education, and healthcare. Traditionally, engineering has been perceived as a discipline dominated by technical skills and logical reasoning. However, the modern engineering landscape demands more than just technical proficiency. Engineers frequently work in multidisciplinary teams, manage complex projects, and interact with diverse stakeholders. In such environments, emotional intelligence becomes a critical asset, enhancing collaboration, innovation, and leadership. I would like to continue further by first discussing the importance of emotional intelligence in engineering. Engineering projects often require collaborative efforts among team members with varying expertise. High EQ facilitates better communication, understanding, and conflict resolution within teams. Engineers with strong emotional intelligence can navigate interpersonal dynamics effectively, leading to more cohesive and productive teams. Then effective leadership in engineering extends beyond technical know-how. Leaders with high EQ can inspire and motivate their teams, manage stress, and make informed decisions that consider both technical and human factors. They are adept at understanding team members' needs and fostering an environment that encourages innovation and accountability. Engineering projects can be unpredictable, with challenges arising from technical issues, resource constraints, or changing client requirements. Engineers with high EQ are better equipped to manage stress, remain adaptable, and approach problems with a balanced perspective, leading to more effective and creative solutions. Understanding and managing client expectations is crucial in engineering projects. Engineers with strong emotional intelligence can empathize with clients, communicate technical information in an accessible manner, and build trust-based relationships, ensuring client satisfaction and project success. High EQ contributes to personal well-being by promoting better stress management and work-life balance. Moreover, it is linked to career advancement, as emotionally intelligent engineers are more likely to excel in leadership roles and navigate the complexities of organizational dynamics effectively. It's also important to discuss research and statistics supporting EQ in engineering. Studies have shown a positive correlation between emotional intelligence and job performance. For instance, research indicates that individuals with high EQ are more likely to excel in roles that require interpersonal interaction and leadership. In engineering, where teamwork and collaboration are essential, high EQ can lead to improved project outcomes and efficiency. A study published in the Journal of Engineering Education found that engineering leaders with higher emotional intelligence demonstrated better leadership effectiveness as rated by their peers and subordinates. This underscores the value of EQ in guiding teams and managing complex projects. Organizations that prioritize emotional intelligence in their workforce often experience financial gains. According to a report by TalentSmart, 90% of top performers have a high EQ, and each point increase in EQ adds $1,300 to an individual's annual salary. This highlights the tangible benefits of cultivating emotional intelligence in engineering professionals. Integrating emotional intelligence training into engineering education has been associated with improved student outcomes. Programs that include EQ development report enhanced communication skills, better teamwork, and increased student engagement, preparing graduates for the multifaceted demands of the engineering profession. So, what are some of the challenges in developing EQ among engineers? First of all, the traditional focus of engineering education on technical competencies often leaves little room for the development of soft skills like emotional intelligence. This technical emphasis can create a culture where EQ is undervalued, making it challenging for engineers to recognize its importance and seek opportunities for growth in this area. Second, some engineers may view emotional intelligence as secondary to technical skills, considering it less critical to their professional success. This perception can hinder efforts to develop EQ, as individuals may not invest time or resources into cultivating these skills. Many engineers identify as introverts, preferring solitary work and minimal social interaction. This natural inclination can make the development of social skills and empathy more challenging, as it may require stepping outside of comfort zones and engaging in more interpersonal communication. Engineers often rely on established methodologies and processes, which can lead to resistance when introduced to concepts like emotional intelligence that require behavioral change and self-reflection. Overcoming this resistance is essential for integrating EQ into engineering practice. Let's have a look at some of proven techniques and strategies for cultivating emotional intelligence in engineering. Empathy, the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, is particularly vital for engineers who often work in teams or serve end users. Developing empathy requires intentionality. Here are a few practical ways to hone it. Walk a mile in their shoes. To do that, conduct user interviews or sit with customer support teams to understand real pain points. This insight can improve the design and development of products. Active listening. In team discussions, aim to listen more than you speak. Acknowledge what others are saying by summarizing or reflecting their thoughts before responding. Next to empathy is self-awareness practices. Self-awareness is foundational to emotional intelligence. It helps us understand how our emotions and behaviors impact others. Journaling is spending 10 to 15 minutes daily reflecting on your emotions and how they affected your decisions. You don't need complex tools for this, simply a notepad can help. Feedback loops. Proactively seek feedbacks from colleagues. Ask them how they perceive your communication and collaboration style. Along with empathy and self-awareness, next comes conflict resolution skills. Conflict, while uncomfortable, is inevitable in any collaborative environment. Developing strategies for handling disagreements constructively can elevate an engineer's emotional intelligence. Focus on the issue, not the person. When resolving conflicts, avoid attributing blame. Instead, focus on solving the underlying issue together. It's important to know where you can use I statements. Replace accusatory language with I feel or I think statements. For example, instead of saying you didn't deliver on time, say I felt pressured when we missed the deadline. This list of techniques for cultivating emotional intelligence in engineering, which includes empathy, self-awareness practices, conflict resolution skills, would be incomplete if we don't discuss emotional regulation techniques. In high-pressure situations, engineers must regulate their emotions to think clearly and act professionally. What you can do for that? You can use some mindfulness practices. Tools like meditation apps can help engineers stay present, avoid being overwhelmed by stress. Another important technique is to pause before responding. When you feel an emotional reaction building up, take a moment to breathe before replying. This small pause can prevent rash decisions. Let's continue further by discussing benefits of emotional intelligence in engineering. High emotional intelligence fosters trust and respect among team members, leading to better collaboration. For example, emotionally intelligent engineers are more likely to help a struggling teammate rather than assigning blame. Engineers with high emotional intelligence can set aside personal biases and make data-driven decisions while considering the broader implications for their team and users. The ability to adapt to change, whether it's a new tool, a shift in project priorities, or a crisis, is greatly enhanced by emotional intelligence. Adaptable engineers are assets to any team as they can remain calm and productive under uncertainty. As engineers grow in their careers, emotional intelligence becomes crucial for leadership roles. A tech lead or engineering manager who can navigate interpersonal dynamics and inspire their team will drive greater productivity and innovation. I would like to share with my audience a practical framework for emotional intelligence for engineers. The very first part of that framework is emotional intelligence self-check. Periodically assess your own emotional intelligence by asking, how well do I understand my emotions? How do I typically respond to stressful situations? Do I actively listen to my teammates? Second component of this framework is to build emotional intelligence as a team. Engineering teams can collectively improve their emotional intelligence through practices like regular team check-ins, by starting meetings with a brief round where team members share how they are feeling, and conflict debriefs. After a project, discuss any conflicts that arose and how they could have been better handled. Third part of this framework is to learn from failures. Emotionally intelligent engineers view mistakes as learning opportunities. Conduct retrospectives not just for technical lessons, but also for interpersonal dynamics. Let's have a look at some of the examples and case studies. Imagine a situation where a product manager requests a last-minute feature addition. An emotionally intelligent response would involve calmly explaining the technical constraints while acknowledging the PM's perspective, rather than reacting defensively. Second example is if a teammate shows signs of burnout, an emotionally intelligent engineer might offer to redistribute tasks or check in personally to offer support. Small gestures like these build stronger, more resilient teams. I would like to mention here a case study from Google's Project Aristotle. Google conducted a study called Project Aristotle to understand what makes teams effective. The study found that the most successful teams were not those with the highest IQs, but those with high emotional intelligence, particularly psychological safety, where team members felt safe to express themselves without fear of judgment. As we wrap up, it's clear that emotional intelligence isn't just a buzzword. It's a critical skill for engineers who want to excel in their careers and contribute meaningfully to their teams. The beauty of emotional intelligence is that it can be developed. It's not about perfection, it's about continuous growth. So whether you are a junior developer or an experienced software architect, start small. Practice empathy, stay self-aware, and embrace emotional intelligence as a lifelong journey. In the next episode, we will be discussing strategic thinking and how to plan for long-term success in tech. This is going to be a fascinating conversation about how to think beyond the immediate tasks and plan your career, projects, and even your team's trajectory with a long-term perspective. Let's conclude this episode with a reminder that change starts with you, whether it's becoming more emotionally intelligent or stepping up as a leader. Until next time, keep embracing the change and inspiring those around you.